somebody as a date.
Because you did like my shout out.
After that shout out, I was just like, okay, this must be.
मैंने पता नहीं सी कितने बैठी हैं मैं क्या उधर
है you got right to me just like you know
Exactly.
oh thanks
Let's get your mic up.
this is very
Professional.
isn't it
Cameras all
professional?
set up there.
Oh my god,
Nice.
what do you do in this thing right now?
Yeah, just flick it on.
Really?
So first of all, you're my girl Simran. कि पेश करन लगे हैं आपां सिमरन साडी मित्र साडी सहेली साडी भैन सिमरन कौर कैसी
I'm gonna have to do find a one of them ones.
Exactly. I'll leave. I literally
Thank
pulled
God.
up.
I'm so glad. I was sat there and I was like, and then you know the usual. How did you put Barney down before coming?
Yeah. She's had enough. I've had enough. We've had a lovely time.
Oh my God. I was sat there and I was just like, my sister-in-law's, usual bank holiday shebang. Sister-in-law's came over and I was like, right, I gotta run. Put her down, and the usual. The goodie does her own thing. So she spat Daniel at me, and I was like, I got to quickly get changed and get my backside here. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna make it one
You
way
made it in time. This is it. This is the thing about being a brown mum, isn't it? Like
we are literally on the run.
Yeah, literally. Good.
These are so cute, man.
Are they? This is professional.
Literally like a little tiny
Listen,
man.
you said podcast, and I said yeah. This is what I'm gonna do.
That's so good.
Yeah.
Man, I'm literally living off a gilla right now.
Oh, right. Let's get you fed.
I was sat there and I was just like, I hope she doesn't mind. I hope she's not at either.
Oh, this is me, man.
They have got decent vegan
Do you know what you want, by the way?
I know exactly what I want.
All right then.
I'll say this because I'm bored.
What's your other?
Hey, can I please have a medium latte?
Sorry?
A medium latte, then it's one of them.
Medium latte?
Yes, please.
Anything else?
Can I have it extra hot with 3 brown sugars, please?
Extra hot and 3 brown sugar?
Yes, please.
Anything else?
Mozzarella and tomato pizzetta, please.
Sorry?
A mozzarella and tomato pizzetta, please.
Tomato and mozzarella pizza, yeah?
Perfect.
I'll get the iced toasted vanilla oat shaken espresso.
What size?
A medium.
Medium?
Yeah.
Anything else? All that plant-based as well?
Could I get the all-day breakfast wrap, the plant-based, please?
All day breakfast wrap, yeah? Anything else?
Have you got a banana and caramel muffin?
Yeah.
Can I get one of them? Two of them.
2 of the banana caramel muffin.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Thank you.
No worries, have round please.
Mehrbani.
ये तो सादे मुल्क दा सी बंदा.
Oh, we're gonna not.
No, don't, please. That's such a over it. What's it called? Over the top, but do I?
It needs to
Man,
be.
please
No,
let me
no,
do
no,
this.
no.
Please, the next
No,
time.
but next time
you do it nicely, Sunny. Good thing you paid for it, man.
I'll be like, it's come to it. Eat.
No, we've got to eat, man. This is the only slot you've got. I'm going back to a house full as well, to be fair.
I've just dropped my mum off.
Oh yeah, so how come she was round?
She come and help me for the week.
Oh, Gallivant,
yeah. You need your mum, man. You need your mum.
Oh, that's good. I bet she probably missed Barney as well.
Yeah, and it's nice they've proper bonded this week as well. And because she's been ill, it's been helpful for me to try and get naps in.
Yeah. Cute.
Amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank the Lord. Oh my Lord, food.
Right.
Hallelujah.
Now
your car's so clean.
No, it's not. Sim, you haven't looked at the back.
No, I'm being serious. Yeah.
And the man side of pictures.
That's also, thank God you were like, very good. Talking about today.
We were going to have a discussion today. And I just had that topic was going to be aimed at, I can't even park this car.
Right from the beginning, weren't we? We're going to do newborn life.
That's it.
Newborn life.
In a brown family, right from the beginning. And kind of see where we go from there. But, yeah.
This is so tough that I can't get it.
We're having a little lunch date, right?
This is what I could do for the normal day, do we? Oh my God, sitting down and actually eating. That's our food.
Right, tell me about your experience in. What was it like for you? Because you're similar to me. Obviously, you've got a family. You've got a big family.
We've got a big family. So for me, you know what? I said this to you, didn't I? Cobra ne bachaliya mainu.
Yeah.
Generally, I had so much like I won't even say anxiety because I don't use that lightly, but like I was so stressed out about germs, especially because everyone was like dropping like flies with COVID, and then because she was July, we were at the height of lockdown.
Oh right, yes.
So like normally you're under that pressure of and I was saying to Sunny this, and I said this, like, you know, with Suki as well. I said when her first was born and Darshan was born, everyone has ants in their pants to see the baby because, and I did it the same pre-baby.
You don't think, do you? Though?
You know, I sit there and I was like, do you know what, you got to do it because if we get there, we love them the most. I got to get there for Raju and Suki because we love them the most, and they need to know we're there for them. And now when you put that, and I said this to Suki to her face as well, I went, you know, you put the shoe on the other foot. And when you're a new mom, vagina's frigging a state, your breasts are swollen. Do you want a bead of people coming to you? You don't, do you? No. You want to be left alone.
Absolutely.
But I didn't have to have, and then I thought, do you know what? Because me and Sunny both got big families, and I was like, how are you meant to say to everybody, everyone go away? No, you can't, because that didn't land well. So luckily, COVID looked after me.
For us, because we just, so telling my story, got the waterworks going.
All the drama all the time.
So we literally, ਅਸੀਂ ਵਿਆਹ ਸੀਗਾ ਸਾਡੇ ਘਰ ਚ. So it's literally 2 days later Barney was born. ਅਸੀਂ ਹੁਣੇ, like, we literally just ਕੁੜੀ ਨੂੰ ਤੋੜਿਆ ਹੀ ਸੀ. We just literally got Nisha married.
Barney was 2 days after Nisha got married.
2 days after. So we still had Bronny lingering, and we still had people from abroad lingering. And, you know, it was, and at the time at the hospital they told me I had COVID, so I was like a bit shook up.
You had
like
COVID?
I had COVID in my labour.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that. I kept getting chest pulls, and I was like, this Gassonet is giving me like a tight chest, and they were like, that doesn't normally happen.
Man, I did not know that, but that was inevitable, I guess, because you're in big crowds.
Exactly. So then I knew obviously people would have had COVID the wedding, so hence why I didn't want people coming in like and seeing Barney straight away. It happened with us, obviously we still had people lingering in the house, so there were certain people there that saw Barney, because obviously when we took her home they were there to collect certain things, or like somebody came to see like mum and this, that, the other, and but then what happens is that gets turned around as to, oh well, they saw the baby, like how come?
It was hard to crowd control.
It was very hard. And had we had been, and this is the thing with living within your family, like it's got its pros and cons obviously. You know, the good thing was I've had hands-on and everything. I think the one thing we didn't have crowd control. No. We didn't have control over who could come and who couldn't come.
I don't know how I would have coped with that. It's hard,
that was hard. You know
what it is? It's out of your control.
That's
it. The hard bit.
And as a new mom, you're raging as it is.
You're raging. You're trying to get your boob out to breastfeed, and then somebody walks through. And then you're like, it makes a massive difference.
Even little things like figuring out how to change a nappy like nicely. And properly. Do you know what I mean? Like you've got a new baby.
Or having your moment.
As a mum, you know everything straight away. No. Like, no, you're handling your baby. Also getting to know your baby. Like, you are. So different. And
everyone's different. And I always say, obviously, we've talked about this 10,000 times. You know, the usual like you don't need that
voice.
No, but you don't need that voice. But you also, I always say, let me figure it out. Let me if I put a nappy on her head. Do you know what I mean? I'll figure it out when she cacks herself. Yeah, do you know what I mean? Like I'll figure it out. So I'm like, just if there's a beauty, and some people, maybe I've tried. You know, when you reflect on it, maybe it's me. Maybe it's me. Not you. I'm a control freak, so I like to sit there and go. I like to figure things out myself. I don't mind advice as long as it's not in my face every time. 2 minutes. But that's what I'm saying. But like I said, COVID allowed me just to have a peaceful minute.
Space,
I don't know if that's just. This is our household, but we're on about the general Desi culture. Obviously, it's just a very Indian thing. Like I said, we love Mandeep. We've got to go to her house. Whereas our recent,
and this is the thing. I get it from other people's perspective. It's pyar, and it's like asi bhaj ke auna, So
be happy.
For them to be told, actually, no, don't come yet.
That's very,
and which I had to do, but. Obviously that's offended people, but I had to protect my peace at that point because I had people coming out of my control. Had we have been just me and Ricky in our own house, nobody would have come because they would have known like whatever. But when you're living with the family, you don't have that say of who can come, who
and everyone's Purani or Sanjay, aren't they? This is what I'm saying. It's a good or bad thing. I think for the newborn days, I think our generation will make it change because I've noticed a difference already. Like one of our friends has just had their third baby. Straight away, you wait for them to say
when to come.
When you're ready, we will come see the baby. We love you guys. Look after yourself.
100%.
And
but the thing is, third time round, people probably are a little bit more relaxed. First time round, you got your walls up, man. You're like, oh shit, I've got to do everything properly, and you know, I've got to.
And the other thing for you is, like you waited a long time for this baby. This baby came. I waited a long time for my baby. we all had stuff in our family where this baby carries emotional load.
Yeah.
So everybody wants to see my baby for that reason, which I get. And same for you.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So you get that, it's balancing it, innit? That's the thing. So everyone's like,
Yeah.
oh, charger, you know, it's, which you get. But then, like I said to you, I think it just makes you very aware of how to treat the next new mum.
Yeah.
Innit?
Absolutely.
Out of love, just to
100%.
say, you know what? What do you need me to do with do you want me to wash your body?
Yeah.
Because we'll do that for you, and we'll see.
And I
you
have to
later.
say, you have been a godsend in that way.
Thanks, God.
Like, honestly, like for me, obviously there's certain people that you'll remember how they made you feel and what things were said for you to be like, right, that makes sense. And I think you were spot on because you knew what was to come.
I get you, mate.
If anything,
a big household, I get it.
You knew, right, man, to make sure. Even little things like I remember you said to me, man, look after your feet. Look, hallelujah!
I'm telling you,
mate.
Yeah. I totally get you though, but I mean it, and that's because you feed it down, man. That's what I'm saying to you. And I never gave a toss. I've got to 33, and because I've gone through it, even my own sister had a kid, and she's 9 months ahead of me, whatever she is. So she and I didn't. And once check up my sister, I didn't phone her because Harmon's fine. She's fine. She's good. She's solid anyway. But I'm like, she's fine. Never checked on her mental health. I just didn't. You don't know. You know the whole if you don't know if you know. That's the wrong way of saying it. But you know what I'm saying. But like you're on it to go. Okay, maybe that parent, maybe them two are quite strained and they need a bit of a break because they've both been on each other's backside because both of their sleep's been interrupted. You get it now.
Absolutely.
Do you know what I mean?
But it is you until you're in that situation, you won't get it, and that's why it's hard when you have a situation. It's hard now for people or for me to expect people to understand when their time comes.
And there's no point, man.
They'll know.
I've tried, you know, like only reason I shared advice with you because we were in the same boat. But if you go to somebody and I've had it where you give advice and they haven't had a niana yet, it comes in one ear out the other, and it's fine because they don't want. And you know what I always say when it comes to a new mum, be positive. Don't be like, that's your life over there. No, that's you done. You know, no, it's not you done. Life is beautiful after a kid.
Absolutely.
And even like we said, even before we had a chat, we said it's all about solutions.
100%.
So if I ask
problem,
solutions. So if I asked you now, you've had your experience with Barney. There'll be another experience for you at one point. Currently, you live with in-laws. You've had a newborn. What would you change? How would you manage things? Like for me, I would definitely send that message out again. COVID protected me, but I would send the message out.
I think
guys,
be more clear about that message.
See you in a couple of weeks. I just need a couple of weeks of recovery.
That's it.
You know what's funny? I was saying to Sunny, right? You take it because we are all by nature and by being hanji. We're very people pleasers, aren't we?
I've been like that all my life.
But the only thing that makes you bark is your kid.
Oh my god!
Because that's the only person I would normally like sod it. I've had dog and I'll go to a family occasion. But because she needs to sleep.
So true.
But even Sunny goes, you need to chill out. And I'm like, no. My girl needs to sleep. She needs to sleep. Because then she's wired. Then and domino effect happens.
It's a domino effect, exactly.
So yes, we'd send that message out. What other, like, solution-wise, what would you say to... Well, just a couple of tips.
I think he's switching the mentality of the solution, like
the
solutions, because people will say, "Oh, need kharab hogi the, you know, you're not going to sleep again, or you're not going to do this again.
No.
Your life's going to be." No, like that's
beautiful.
Just cut that type of like
negativity.
Language.
Language. Because that gives you anxiety before you even go into it.
Yeah, exactly.
And then people saying, because you guys are freaking me out. I don't want to give up my life of going to cinemas every day or whatever. Do you know what I mean? So you're right.
And take what people say with a pinch of salt, because everybody, like you said, willy-nilly will give you advice. People that have had kids 50 years ago, never breastfed their kid, will give you advice on breastfeeding. And
he's saying to you, you know what you should do? We became that real quick. And I said and I stopped to Sunny, do you remember we said we are not going to give anybody advice because we got so annoyed. And so we were like straight away, because it happens. Like if someone talks about breastfeeding or whatever, because you have done it exclusively, like God willing, number 2 comes for me, I would come to you for breastfeeding tips because you've gone through it all, you know, with her allergies and with everything. So like I would come to you, so you can't help but going, guys, do you know what it is? This is what a latch is or whatever. Do you know what I mean? So in that situation, if you're a brown daughter-in-law, brand new kid, newborn, fair enough, what would you say to that person? Like for me, for example, tip number 1 would be like, leave your house and go for a walk every single day is what I did. Full stop. Because people were meaning best intentions, but I was like, Sonny used to run the shop, and I said to him, whatever happens in the morning, let me shower. wake me up, let me shower. I don't give a toss if I was up at 5:30, so I can reset my brain.
Yeah.
And then I used to book either a class or something. Every day I'd be out the house.
Good. Yeah.
To get out and pretend I'd achieved something.
Yeah.
And I need structure. So what would your tip be for somebody there, like somebody's pecking at you or whatever the situation is? Or what's your tip to survive? Because that's what it should be.
Survival is very important for you. Need to build resilience, and Maharaj Kirpa, like somehow I've managed to build resilience somehow through, like I said, like God's helped me through these testing times.
Yeah.
Are you alright with your pizza there?
I'm really pissed off, yeah. Sorry, this
is something like my mum's always said to me, in one ear, out the other. Like literally in one ear, out the other. And it is hard sometimes, but you do have to try and adopt that mentality. But like you did, like walks, I made sure I got out with Barney pretty much from early on. Walks, I made sure I booked every sensory class going, just to get me out the house. But also having time for yourself. Like for me, showers were like a spa for me. When I'd have my 10-15-minute shower, I'd be like, oh God.
15 minutes, man. Freaking hell.
And watch a series. Like, do you know, breastfeeding was so nice. I got to watch This Is Us.
That is so good.
Through breastfeeding.
That's really
helps is having that support. You know, the support network, as people say.
We're really lucky in that sense,
have your support network. Obviously, I've had you girls. I've had like a couple of my cousins, you know, your partner. They're making sure that
because it's temporary. And I always say, at that moment, you can be sort of seriously screwed up for months coming. If somebody says a sentence or something triggers you, so you got to have that, haven't you, real quick, just to go. And I used to do it to Sunny all the time. I said, Sunny, blah blah said this.
Yeah.
And he'd go,
that's it, sound it out.
And he goes, yeah, but did they mean this? I had to, because I'm one of them. It keeps playing on my mind until I say it. How many times have I said it to you? I overthink, and I'm like, and then I learned to twist mentality and be like, okay, maybe they meant this with love. Cool. Yeah. And I had come to a point.
That's it.
Like my mother-in-law always used to say, she said, don't kiss your baby, don't kiss your baby. And I'd be like, Mum, what you on about? And then I'd be like, Mum, why is she telling me not to like kiss my baby, right? And she'd always say like, Chitra te phode aa jande hai. Right?
Hand, foot, mouth.
I swear to God, she was fucking right. When she got hand, foot, and mouth, I was like, she'll be. And then I came back, even said to her, I said, Mum, does he say again this? So like time gives you perspective as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
But time absolutely goes. Like if and it depends on your personality as well. Like you said, solution wise, whether it means going on a walk, getting a freaking shower,
getting a shower. One of the biggest. I can't even get my words out because I've got
I need to just check
kidney bean. Like use your people. Like use your people. My meal was great. Food would be made for me. I was very, very lucky. I'd had food made for me. You know, my husband very supportive. Like I'd be able to take. He would make sure I would be okay. And that's the thing, having the right people around you to make sure you're okay.
And we're so lucky that our guys. I say this. But you know what I'm saying? They're the new generation, and they're not like. No,
oh God, no.
Nah, mate, because there ain't no survival with that. Like it is more 50-50 than anything. Otherwise, I'd have been. Like I say it straight, I'm like, my dad's not from that generation. He's fantastic, the best man in the world for me.
Yeah, absolutely.
But that generation doesn't touch.
No, they don't
nappies.
do that. But even when you know, Ricky was changing nappies, or there was one day where Ricky looked after Barney for like more than 3 hours, and all the other do you know what I mean? Oh, but but you know what
I do more food. I'm like Sunny genuinely can cook really nice. My husband changa hai, teri banaunda khan nu. I went, boss, sona banaunda. And he genuinely does it. I'm like, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Like genuinely. So if that means you can get another 3 hours in a week's time, you know, but you need it. So like it is good. Like but like you say, I think like we always focus, and we have to focus on solutions. And like you say, whether it's walk, shower, food, your time, your circle, your network, constantly WhatsApping.
Sleep as well. People used to say to me, oh, you need to get like daytime naps in, and I struggled because I was never a daytime napper.
Or you want to get stuff done in that time. That all important stuff. That
dust will flip and fly away.
Absolutely. Why do you wipe it off? Yeah, she will.
Like use your people if you need stuff done. Get them to. You need your sleep.
I got a 12-hour shift. Hence the reason we're on the lactis. And I got a Kenta. that she sleeps. That's the reason we're here now.
Yeah.
And either I can do something social, have a coffee with a friend,
Yeah.
or I can do that laundry that never fucking ends anyway. Do you know what I mean? So it's like,
you're done. Fine.
What's the point?
Exactly.
So it's a do something for yourself. So have that coffee with a friend, so you'll be buzzing all day.
Do something for yourself. That should be a hashtag. Do something for yourself.
And people say it, but live it.
Every single day. Like you said, you walk, you this, you that.
So my sister goes to me, you're really I've started working from home a couple of days. She goes, you're so jammy. And I went, yeah, because I'll do 8 till 4, then I'll go for a hot pot yoga because my body needs it, man.
Yes, girl. Absolutely.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like I sit there and I'm like, I come out and I'm like, I'm amazed. I feel amazing.
One thing that really helped me as well was getting back into boxing. I loved, obviously, I did boxing.
Are you doing it now?
I've started. I've not done it for 2 weeks, but like I started it up when Barney was about 4 months, when I could leave her for about an hour, which was a big thing back then. And going for that class, it was like freedom. It was just the drive there, being there.
The drive there's a big thing, isn't it? Listen to a podcast.
Being there and then mentally being able to switch off. Because even if you go for a coffee, you go for a shopping, or you do this, mentally you're still not switched off. You're still like, you're not switched off.
This is it. Okay. Even before here, I'm sure you did 10,000 things to set up for the fact that you're going to be missing for 2 days.
Whereas you do a class, you do something like yoga, you do something like boxing. For me, it was like a release. Like I got my aggression out. It was exercise mentally. I had to focus and do things. And that was a massive thing. You know, there's so many things out there now, dancing, boxing, yoga, classes, gym, that people can try and get into.
You have to, man.
And that's not just for physical, that's for up here as well.
For the old mark.
Which
you do, man. Which you lose, man. So what's your end thought in life?
End thoughts in life?
Because we're good so far, aren't we? Because that was a troubling time.
It was.
You've given solutions. What's your end thought in life?
End thought is don't be a people pleaser. This is the time not to be a people pleaser. This is your time to please you and your little family.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah.
That's probably the
implications are too stressful.
And the rest, Maharaj Kirpa, we'll get done. What about cheers?
I was going to say Baba. I was like, what's the word? Anyway,
there we go.